Okay, so I just recorded a video with Llama, and she seemed good, but I was definitely very too harsh on her. I think the biggest flaw this character has is easily the fact that she is completely chance-based. I did an entire run, literally, the first time I used this character, this passive didn't trigger at all. And it was this team. Well, not this team. It had Kuki instead of Visual. So it was the second run. The second run that I did with this character to, use this passive, get the double damage on Hyperblooms, I didn't get this thing to activate at least at all. So I just want to say that, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to, talk about this now, and we're going to see the damage that this can do. Now, it's important to know this isn't bad damage for a 500 EM Inefa, which is where she will end up at, Inefa. So, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to have all of this go down, and we'll see how strong this can really get. I'm be honest, I'm not a huge fan, right? I'm just not. So there we go, 32,000 damage we see from that, and then we see Inefa hitting 27,000 on her Hyperblooms. Not bad at all, honestly, right? And if we go ahead and we look, Nefa here has 534 elemental mastery. We can see my Lauma is at 1,404. Now, Lauma, I do like her quite a bit. I like the idea of her, right? The issue is that it don't feel like enough. Now, this is the most damage I've actually done to the enemy, honestly. It's the first time I've done close to half of the Capybara's health. That is a bad sign. That is a, sign of this team sucks. Sorry to say, that is kind of the sign. When a team is not good, generally it can't do half of the Capybara's health. Now, I don't actually have much, pieces for my Nahida. So what I'm going to do is, I guess I'm just going to grab Kuki's set, right? Not really, something that I want to do, but it's something that I'm going to do. So my Nahida is at 1,052 EM. It's not really, I don't know if that's fully, that might be after we have triggered a reaction, so we might want to just wait up on that just a tiny bit to see the actual elemental mastery. But 1,052, whatever. That means we're gonna get 250 EM for the next character, which isn't what I'm really looking for, right? What we should see, right, on this team is that Lauma is gonna proc most of the blooms. What we should see is that Lauma procking most of the blooms. Issue, just raise figure. Issue, she's level 70, right? So not great. Not great. Not what you want to see, right? You want her to be able to do things without having to do that. Now, also, one thing we're going to do real quick is we're going to switch Lauma and Nahida's positions, because theoretically in this team, you don't have Virident due to start, and Nahida has longer durations, because I believe Nahida's Q skill is a 20-second duration, and her E skill is 30, so that's pretty good. But yeah, the base duration and then Hydra character extension is 24-second duration. So yeah, we're better off using Nahida here in the slot. So there we go. Here we are. And let's see what we can get through with this. So let's get some. You know how hard it is to deal with this every single day? Like, genuinely, every single day I deal with something like this. I am in actual physical pain right now because for some reason... Alright, so let's do some real life talk. I have a very weird condition that basically, I'm going to call it a condition. I don't actually have a diagnosis for it. Sucks. But I basically just start feeling pain, like my shoulder right now, not feeling the greatest. Now, that could just be my shoulder, right? It couldn't have nothing to do with my, thing, because this is the first time it's been my shoulder, right? But I'm in pain. It's simple to say that a lot of the times when I record a video, there's a good chance, I'd say like maybe, probably, well, ironically, probably like a 15% chance that I am in pain while I'm recording the video in some shape or form. It's just a fact of life for me. I don't know why, but I'm just in pain constantly. So, yeah, just to peek behind the curtain of, sometimes I can get a little impatient and angry with things, and, just that might be why. So, All right, we're ready. I want to genuinely see this because I did actually, because again, I recorded this video before. I was very impatient with her. I was very, you suck, you're doing all this. Very too harsh. I do like this character and I think she's good. I want to convey that as much as possible. I think this character's good, but I think that my issue solely lies in the fact that she could just not show up on the team. I feel like there's a good chance whenever you're using this character, she just could not show up. And that's what really hurts. You could just not have her show up on the team with this passive at all. And that's what really hurts the team and what really makes me not want to use this character. Now, she does have this guaranteed, right? This is good. However, is it enough? No, because let's go ahead and look at 388 right here. So 388 elemental mastery. And then you just go ahead and you do 338 or 388% of that, whatever. It's like 5,000 damage, whatever. Let's just round up to 5,000 damage. That's not really good. Sorry to tell you, but that really isn't. As sad as it is to say, like that is not. It's 5,000 damage. It's not really that crazy. So let's go ahead. Let's start this off again. Hopefully, we will be fine this time. We just want to, use our E skill, do 38,000 damage without any, special gimmicks. And then now we have this. All right, let's go. Come on, 3775 now. That's even lower than what I've seen before. I've seen this team hit 70, whatever. Huh. So, all right, well, I wasn't looking properly when I was doing that. But what I did just see is Dendro application constantly. Like, not even... Okay, hold on. Now, let me switch my Kokomi build then. Because if it was 75,000, well, I mean, there's only really one way to go with this. Now, issue is, my Nahida kinda sucking. Kinda be sucking at this point. So, yeah, there we go. We have this now. 800 elemental mastery, 600 elemental mastery. I don't know how much, buff that is, but let's just go ahead and use a 600 elemental mastery Nahida. This is a very scuffed showcase. This is why my original showcase focused on Hyperbloom. Even now, with her being level 70 and doing these scuffed showcases, I like this team more. Like, this feels more impactful. Like, this feels like actually something matters on this team. Like, this feels like Llama actually is doing something on this team. It does. Because you see that, oh, wow, big damage number, almost 100,000. And, I mean, we're probably going to hit 100,000. I want to, use this team because this feels like actually where Lauma, really does good comparatively to Hyperbloom, where it's just, it doesn't. Like, it really doesn't. I don't know, we'll see. I'll level 90 her, see what happens, but I feel like I'm going to like this way, way, way more, no matter what I really do. So let's go ahead. Let's get all this stuff out of here. 30,000 damage from Llama there. And let's go ahead and start this off. Let's see what kind of stuff are we going to get. So we should hit 90,000 here. Well, now it's going to do that. Why? Now it's doing the thing where it's like, oh no, now we have, too much. Yeah, 93, 90. That's not bad. Right? That's not bad. Now, it's not good. That's also not good either. Right? Obviously, the Hyperbloom team did more. But it's just... I don't know, man. I don't see this character and I'm like, wow, super omega greatness, right? Like, I've also tried, a team where Lauma sits here. Now, the issue with this team, I need her to be level 90 because there are certain times where I think she is the one actively triggering reactions, whereas other teams and other, times, not so much, right? So if I go ahead and I use something like this, right? If I try out something like this, let's change up a little bit. But, if I try out something like this, I actually haven't used this specific version of the team. Yelan should be second to last, I think. And this would also allow us to do this because one thing I completely forgot is that she is a catalyst user. So all you need is just a little bit of, extra stuff and you should be cooking. And it is important to note that Maya Nefa is actually on the new artifact set. This is the new artifact set, which is pretty good, honestly, that I got her a set. It's just that Lauma doesn't have a set because I got a lot of good crit pieces, but not so good, just flat EM pieces. So, yeah. So she is on the new set, which is going to give everyone 120 elemental mastery, which is also going to take effect before we actually go with Llama. So way to get, you know, Virident do before you actually start the rotation now on this team is literally just attack, right? And then you trigger Lunar Bloom, you have at least one Virident do, which then you just hold your E skill for. Not too bad. Let's just go ahead, hold the E skill, Q skill, and all you got to do now is do this. And, you know, we'll see a whole bunch of damage here. 28,000 still. I'd love to see, you know, the actual... Was that 50? No, I don't... see, the thing is, like, I just... Where? Like, I'm gonna... All right, I'm gonna now pause. Or, I'm gonna... I'll be back. Yelan just got destroyed. I'll be back. I'm gonna go see if she even showed up at all for that, right? Like, did she even show up once? Like, did this character even come close to being, you know, amazingly, astonishingly good on this team? Like, I feel like I could sit here and say no. Like, I feel like, sadly... Yeah, let's just... let's forget about that. Let's forget. We'll forget about that. Yeah, it's a little tough to always remember what is what and what's happening. So let's just forget about what we just saw. That was with an Effa. Good for Hyperbloom team. You know, like an Effa, you know, not necessarily meant to be, you know, used all the time with you know, this character for reasons. Okay, so here we are again. We're gonna do the same thing where we normal. You know, we'll get our Lunar Bloom reaction, just a little bit one there. Should have used Kooky second here or third, but using level 70 characters, gotta love it. Okay, we're gonna try it again. Let's go. Come on. Let's get this going. Boom. Yes. Okay. Let's go. We're gonna use Yelan first here, and then we'll do this, and we'll grab this, and we will hold E skill. That's a little scary whenever that happens. I fucking hate this. Can we still see the damage? No. When she dies, her damage bonus dies with her. This is like testing my patience like so much. I just want to say that right now. Genuinely, like, I get she's level 70, but does she need to die in one hit to literally everything this capybara does? Like, it'd be nice if she could live on like 2 HP. Like, that'd be so good. Like, I've never wanted to live on 2 HP more in my life. My artifacts have been switched around so many times, but yes, we're gonna go ahead and now we're gonna switch back Paradise. All right, so here we are, Koki. That's a different thing. Elemental Mastery 886, not bad. Not the highest you can ever have either. You know, it's all right. We're gonna work through this. We're gonna get through this. Let's go ahead. Hopefully, you know, get some damage in finally. Okay, come on, please show me. And what's worst part about this is that Stygian is down right now, so like they just literally, I can't do anything in terms of testing. Like, it feels so bad. I can't do anything. All right, let's see the damage. Show me. 76, not bad, not bad. If you want to 36, yeah, 38. All right, you know, 38,000. I will take that. I mean, that is what, 10,000 more than what I would have normally gotten. It's around 27,000 is what I, well, no, 32,000 is what I normally would have gotten. So yeah, again, you can tell, like, you know, this character, I mean, she does have a little bit more Sentienium, right? Just a little bit more, but, you know, obviously I can't properly go in and test this. This is my issue. I can't seriously go in and test this because you want to know what I have to test with? I have AoE chambers to test with. AoE is, you know, you would use Nilu Bloom for that, right? But Nilu Bloom, while the Bloom core damage looks a lot better, you have nothing beyond that. You have nothing. Nothing. There's nothing beyond in Nilu Bloom where you have, you know, actual stuff, right? But, you know, in here, right, AoE. It's all just AoE. Now, this guy, you know, not so much AoE. Maybe, you know, Night Soul line damage. All right, let's try it. From the way that people talked about this character, they talked about this character like she was gonna be way better than she is. Like, absolutely, like, you're wrong for saying that she's just good, right? You know, I just don't see that in her. I see her being good, but I do not see her being, you know, oh, I messed this up, but whatever. We'll be fine. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. All right, come on. Do damage. Do damage. All right, cool. Do a little bit more damage, just a little bit more. All right, we got the crit, not bad. All right, now we can do all this. I mean, this isn't doing bad. It's not bad at all, I would say. Let me do a Q to get the iframes. Let me do this. Ow. It's just, that's another issue. If you have to hold down, I think we're gonna end that because I think he has high Dendro res, and I completely forgot about that. This character obviously isn't complete. I think it's very clear, like, the teams that I'm running here, they don't feel cohesive to her at all, really. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm, let's use, Llama team. It's more like, let's put Llama on this team, right? No matter what you do, it feels like you're putting her on the team rather than, having a team around her, which isn't bad for a support. Like, that kind of is what a support should do. But Llama has to make Hyperbloom, and yeah, as far as I can see, I've been mostly right about my reservations on Llama and how she doesn't really, completely save Hyperbloom and Bloom and Burgeon. Like, she's not really doing that, right? Like, she's not doing that. She's, she can make it look good. She can make it good. She can make it clearable, but she's not going to utterly, make it so there is no other character who, comes close to being good on a Dendro team. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I just don't think this character is nearly worth the hype that everybody put on her name. I think a lot of people just really overhype this character. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'll be back, hopefully level 90 eventually, and then we'll properly be able to test out a lot of these teams rather than just relying on Hyperbloom. Because, I think overall, yeah. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.